Hi everybody, this is Living Divinity. It's early in the wee hours of the morning, and I just feel like there's some people out there that need to heal. So I've always tried to heal myself my whole life. And the way that I find to make life easier is to, um, when things aren't looking up, turning that frown upside down. That's kind of a start, right? When you were in a position where you didn't have a choice and you were in survival mode, you did whatever you thought you had to do, even if it was betraying others. And it eats at you alive, knowing what you've done. It wasn't really intentional. You were just in survival mode. So I say, if you need forgiveness, go ahead and give it to yourself. I'm talking about kids growing up in a broken marriage where one parent wants the most normal that their kid could have during that time, and the other one wants to hurt him or her, to hurt the person that walked out of their lives. That child becomes a circumstance, what do you call it? Product of circumstance. And he or she does have to be in survival mode and always on guard and always on watch in the home that she or he doesn't feel protected in. And a lot of lies come out of that. And although the one that wanted the child to have the most normal life was the one that was crucified by lies, the one that was crucified by lies realizes that his or her child was in survival mode. When that child grows up, the things that she saw, the things that she heard, the things that she clearly sees as lies, she takes upon that guilt. And it's he or her. I just can't keep saying both. They'll become suicidal. They'll not have any peace in their life. Their mind will destroy their body, and their body will destroy their mind. That's where eating disorders come in. That's where mental problems come in. It's from holding on to the guilt, to the regret, to the fact that they feel like they can never heal. So all of you out there, I just wanted to send you a message of love and understanding. And for you to know that there are people out there who care about you, even though they haven't seen you face to face, even though they've never had a handshake or a hug or a one-on-one conversation. All of us have gone through betrayal. All of us have been on both sides of the fence. All of us, that's part of growing and learning. And part of growing and learning is letting go of the pain. People say it's easier said than done. Well, I'm here to tell you, when you say something bad about yourself, when I was a kid, I did this. And there's no one for me to talk to because no one will understand. Survival mode is real. And we've both been on both sides of the fence. So we have to let the past go. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Change your mindset. Start not talking about the past as you're holding on to it. You just write down something that's bothering you, and you take it outside and you burn it and say, I lived through it. I survived it. I've grown from it. Now, leave my life. Different ceremonies like that. I just mentally think about things and I say to myself, what happened is for my growth. It's to help me learn. It's help me for the next situation that comes up, that I'll know how to handle it. And I'll do my best to have more patience and more love. And yeah, I gotta learn to trust again. My circle is very small, but I have all of you out there. You know, when I talk to you, it's healing to me. So I hope what I say is healing to you. And I'm speaking for all the people who haven't healed, who haven't understood why did I have to go through what I had to go through. And my answer is to learn from it, to learn how what you don't want in your life, and to walk away from things that you don't want in your life, so that you can be free, a free spirit, and you don't have those attachments. You know, that big shed in the backyard filled with all of your hurts and pains. You know, make them a memory that you think of less. Make them, you know, the memories that mean something to you. Make those the good ones. And take lessons from the bad ones. And when you change your mindset that, yes, I was victimized as a child one way or the other, mental abuse, physical abuse, spiritual abuse, and I survived it. Now I'm going to grow, and I'm going to reach for the stars. And once I let go of all that negativity that's been holding me down, well, you could surely be a rocket by then. You'll be way up in the high sky for everybody to see. And they'll see, look, there's John, there's Sue. They rose above all of this in their lifetime. Look how well they're doing now. And I was trying to explain to my daughter, how did I heal myself? Sometimes I just worked. I worked to keep things off of my mind. At the same time, I worked to think about those things and, contemplated, how am I going to fix this? How am I going to turn things around? Sometimes you just have to let it go and it'll turn itself around. And, I experienced that. I found out who was really in my life that was supposed to be there to love me. The answer is me. I'll be 62 years old, and that's my lesson. Who's here to love me? I am. Who's here to make me happy? I am. Who's here to help me heal? I am. Who makes choices in my life? I do. Because I opened my heart to God and I let Him into my soul. I asked God, come into my heart, Lord. Help me figure everything out. That's the God's honest truth. You can't expect other people to make you happy. The happiness is really what you should do for yourself. And once you do that, then the right people will come into your life that are going to love you just the way that you will love them. They're going to love you just the way that they love themselves. And because I asked for God to come into my life, how do I repay Him? I get on this channel and I talk about things that were very painful to me, that still hurt when I actually dig them out, to recall them in my mind. But then to tell people, how did I overcome? How did I survive it? How did I surpass survival and become successful? It's in the power of the mind. We are all children of God. We can create our own lives, and we can choose who's part of it and who's not. And when you set the boundaries, people who've done you wrong, they just don't have it in them to say, hey, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Yes, I did it on purpose and I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not going to say everybody does things on purpose. But some people do. Do I expect to hear an apology from them? No, I don't. I don't expect one. And honestly, there's going to be probably a very, very, very few select that I would, I hope them the best and all, but when I truly see that who they really are and how they pretend to love you, as long as you have something to give. When you're down and out, their true colors really come out, because they're not there to help you. Doesn't matter how much you help them. You were available when you had material things. And when your life goes down the shitter, the people that you helped, they're not really there for you. And the people that helped you sometimes, I don't think they did it because they really wanted to. I think they did it, I don't know, because they felt like they had to. So, it's not that I don't want anybody in my life. And it's not like the people that I did for, I expected anything in return. Talking, My father died in like 1993 or something like that. You know, I gave away a valuable inheritance considering my father didn't have very much. And I freely gave it because I thought she needed it. And 30 years later, I need her and it's a problem. And it wasn't that I needed her money. But, you know, she didn't have a problem like putting it in my face what she had either. I don't wish anything bad on her. I'm always going to love her. But I can't have someone in my life who shows their true colors like that. There's a lot of different things that happen. It doesn't mean that I hate anybody. I just choose to love them from a distance so I can keep my peace. So I just wanted to express to whoever needed to hear that please don't carry guilt around with you. Please don't carry regret. Because then, you know, evil wins. Evil wins when you make yourself small. When you make yourself feel, I'm not adequate enough. I don't have what it takes. I can't fix myself. And the devil wins. I'm here to tell you, as like a spokesperson for God, right? To love yourself and choose what's right for you in your life. And put love on the forefront. God is love and love is God. If I offered you $1 million to stand next to me, but you'd have to stand next to me with a smile on your face every day. Would you really sacrifice your whole life for $1 million? Would that be worth it to you? And I don't know why I'm thinking $1 million to stand by my side. That's crazy. But I'm just saying, like, if you had to be a yes man or a yes woman and stand by my side till the day I died for $1 million, would you do that? I hope your answer is no. I hope your answer is, you know, money can't buy me a future. In this situation, I could live to be 100 and your days You might be younger, way younger than me, and your days are numbered shorter. So you would basically spend the rest of your life being a yes man or a yes woman for money that you haven't even gotten yet. Or maybe you've gotten it, but I don't know how that would turn out really, but maybe maybe it wouldn't be right for me to give it to you up front. But no, I'm just saying that if you were promised money to stand by my side, whether you loved me or hated me, it doesn't matter. For the rest of my life, would you sell your life for $1 million? Because you'd have to give up your life to be that yes man or yes woman next to me. And what I was trying to say was our days are numbered. We don't know when God's going to call us. So if someone was to say yes, and they were waiting on me to die, you know, they'd be wasting their life, right? Waiting on that money. And my number could come up later than yours. So you wouldn't even receive it. And then the other thing is if I died and you received the money, and then the next day God decides, oh, it's your turn, I'm calling you. You got that money and got to hold on to it for one day before you died. Is the money the risk? Is it worth the risk of your whole life? Don't ask me why I started talking about money, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, how you're feeling inside. How are you feeling inside? And I know what it's like to feel like committing suicide, because I've been there. And that story got stretched way, 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 way out into left field. The story told let me see. Say like this happened in the 80s, so the story was told say in the past 15, 20 years, but I was supposedly in an insane asylum for a long, long time, for like 6 months or something, or a year. And the doctors did all this crazy, the nurses or whatever did all this crazy things to me, and it made me like more insane. I don't really know exactly what was told, but I was in there for 3 days. And when the doctor came to me on the 3rd day, he said, so, how are you doing? Do you ever plan on doing that again? And I said, no. I said, that was the stupidest thing I ever did in my whole life. And he just checked me out. I was gone. It's a 72-hour standard wait time. So, we go through a lot of different things, and sometimes, you know, we have to keep going through it. It's the cycle. We either stay in the cycle or we change it. And it took me almost 3 cycles. If you go by years, right? They say the 7-year itch. Anyways, almost 3 cycles before I got out of my first marriage. And then my second marriage was a little bit over 2 cycles. But, you know, we live and we learn. Sometimes after the fact, you know, we have to kind of laugh about it, right? You know, and for young people who they were the innocent ones, right? The children. You know, we really have to show them a lot of love, and we have to show them a lot of care. And we just have to let them know, hey, I'm here, a phone call away. And for me, really, I really want to be near her. So I have to prepare to move states. And I'm okay with it. It's just getting everything together and you know, dotting my I's and crossing my T's. And just to keep it moving. My girlfriend, my longtime girlfriend here, we went to freshman in high school together, and we've always been friends. We both live really different lives, But those years together were the best for me. I mean, she was like even though it was only 2 years, she was like a rock to me. She was always there, but there were times when she was doing other things with other people, and yeah, I used to get a little like, oh, my best friend's not really my best friend. That's how I kind of felt. And I just had to accept that she was doing other things. She was able to go a lot more than me and everything. And she's a very nice person, and she's treated me so well. And I can only be thankful for her friendship. But I told her, I said, I'm really not settled here. That was like last year. And she really couldn't understand. I said it's something that, you're not really expected to understand, just like I'm not expected to understand, like stability. Even though she grew up and she had her own situations, things that happened with her that were hurtful and she had to overcome. But she had the stability of having both her parents and growing up in the same house and that sort of thing. So she's been blessed in some ways, like that. And that's what I tell her, is like, I'm not settled here. I thought that I was coming back here to settle, but I just don't. I mean, I love Guadalupe, don't get me wrong, but I just knew there was somewhere else I was to go, and that's to go be near my daughter and to give her love and affection. And before, she wasn't old enough to see how I made things, and she was busy playing with her toys and stuff. And when I say made things, I'm talking about cooking in the kitchen. So we could probably do a couple dinners here and there, and spend time as adults, and laugh about crazy things, and just spend time and make memories. So that's my next journey, as I'm doing these readings for all of you. And I just want to say that don't give up on yourself, and making yourself number one is not selfish. It's full of self-love, and you deserve it. And it is your responsibility to find happiness in your life. And when you do, if you're looking, some people just are happy to just be single or whatnot. But if you're looking for your future partner, start being that future partner. If you want someone who has self-respect, right, that just won't drop their panties or drop their pants for someone else, then you be that person. Be that person that has higher morals. If you want someone who is a healthy eater, become the healthy eater. Doesn't mean you have to do all those vitamins and all that. I'm actually anti-vitamins, and that's because, well, people can overdo that. They can overdo the vitamins that they're taking. And doctors will tell you that, oh, you'll just pee out the excess or whatever they tell you. I don't really know. But I know that when you're getting too much vitamins, I would imagine it's causing your liver or your kidney or whichever one processes it to, to work a little harder, which means if it's working harder, then it's gonna, it's like a tire, right? If you have a tire on your car and you're spinning donuts in the high school parking lot, right? It's gonna last a short amount of period versus just driving it in a regular, common sense way. So I had a friend that some people ask, why do you even consider him a friend? And I had a friend who I was in the service with, and he married a girlfriend of mine, and he was mean as could be to her. And I used to always have to stick up for her. And people say, well, why was he your friend? I mean, he was nice to everybody else. He just wasn't nice to his wife. And it was like a show, like a public display of how he could belittle her. And maybe he just didn't know how to love her right. I don't know, but I always considered him a friend. And that was Jerry Bach. He kind of giggled after I stuck up for her, and he would tell his wife, why can't you be like her? See how she talks back to me? Anyway, so, God bless his soul. They ended up divorcing for whatever reasons, whatever they were going through, and she went off and got married, remarried. And he never did. He's like from the San Francisco, Oakland area, and he died when he was about 55 from liver cancer. And I believe it's from all the vitamins that he's taken his whole life, because he always wanted to be bigger and stronger. And I would tell him, Jerry, your body frame's your body frame. There's no way that you can make your shoulders grow out, 4 inches on each side. You can build the muscle around there, but there's no way. Your bone structure is your bone structure. But he was a workout hound. So I say, people say, why do you call him a friend if he was so mean? Because I love everybody. Even the people that hate me. Somehow I just still love them. Some people that hate me, like, does it really matter? Like, I barely know them and they hate me. Does it really matter? To my spirit, it does matter. And it does hurt, because I just want to say to them, why? Why? But I already know I'm not going to get the answer. And then the people who I love because they're my blood relatives, that really have proven to me that. Talking my siblings. They proved to me that, I didn't matter. So they really thought that I would come like crawling to their knees, or crawling to them on my knees, like, please, 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 I need you in my life. You guys did what you did. And you have to live with it. You know, if you can't genuinely, you know, come to me and say, look, I'm sorry I treated you that way. They don't know how to swallow their pride. And, you know, part of, you know, talking to you guys honestly is, I have my own, I have pride, you know. Do I have pride that, I can't go out unless I fix my hair and get a nice suit on? No. I go out in my pajama pants once in a while. Because it doesn't really matter, you know. If it matters to you, then and it bothers you that I'm wearing my pajama pants, then you know, sorry about your luck, dude. Do I have to? Sometimes when I go to walk the dog, I just put a hat on, so I don't really have to brush my hair. And it's not being lazy, and it's not being careless. I don't really care what people think about me, about how I look, because it's my spirit that makes people hate me. It's not the clothes that I'm wearing. Or, you know, people who haven't healed yet. People who are easily, you know, they can be a part of a little bully, a little gang. Oh, let's torment Marcia today. It gets all like, it's already discussed. It's already all like predetermined. Okay, I'll have her come over at 2. And then there it starts. They start their mess and I say, hey, you know, I gotta go. I'm not gonna be here for that. And, you know, they were expecting me to just be going off on them and getting all upset. And I wouldn't give it to them. I was like, all right, later, I gotta go. I love you guys, bye. You know, that's how I share my energy. I don't want people to make me diminish myself. And it's not like I think I'm better than anybody else, because if I thought I was better than anybody else, then I would think twice about wearing my pajama pants outside, right? Because I would have an image to keep up. Yeah, so, no, I kind of, I can clean myself up. I can dress up nice, but, you know, that's not my priority. My priority is to be comfortable, be at peace, take care of my dog, take care of me, get on here and do these videos for you guys, and, you know, try to help you through the dark. And it's very healing to me. So that's why it's easy for me to take this journey, you know. What I'm saying is, for me to learn the tarot, which, you know, you all know I'm still learning, but I basically got the grasp of it, and I'm still connecting with the universe, God, creator, right? And the messages are coming in a little more easier with every reading. And it's like I'm growing my intellect spiritually with my connection to the divine. Okay, if you can grasp all that. I had a hard time grasping all of that, but for me to easily accept that this is what I'll do, like for the rest of my life. And I want to do other things too. I'm just saying, doing the tarot readings. If it's healing to me that I help to heal you, why would I want to stop? Because I'm always going to need healing, right? And you will need healing, but eventually, hopefully you'll find your path, and hopefully you'll still at least be a subscriber, right? But you might decide you want to do tarot reading, or you might decide you want to do Reiki, or chakra healing, or whatever, But if it's healing to me to try to heal you, to try to give you reasons or how-tos, right? If it's healing to me, why would I want to stop trying to heal you? So that's the good part of it. It's for me, after watching it for 6 years and then deciding to go ahead and do it, why would I ever want to stop? I mean, it's like when I send you the energy of love, right? Whether you send it back or not. When I send it out to the universe, dear God, I love you. That's why every prayer down below, I always say the same thing. I always say, dear God, I'm getting ready to end this prayer soon. There may be others who want to add to it. God, I know you know their hearts, so I stand in agreement. I say I stand in agreement because in the Bible it says if 2 or more are in agreement, then God will surely hear your prayer, right? And at the end I always say, Amen, God, we love you. So when I say that, when I'm actually I'm using that voice recorder thing, and so I'm actually saying, Amen, God, we love you. So then, you're reading it, so that means you're sending God love, right? So God's going to send it back. I'm saying it because I'm saying it, and I'm saying it, God's going to hear, He's going to send it back. So the more we do all of this, the more that we're all healing, because it's by God's grace, it's by God's love, it's by God's forgiveness, it's by God's discernment, it's by God's will, His strength, that we can be healed. And if it's through every reading, then it's through every reading. And I'm right on that because that's where I feel safest. I feel safest. It's funny because one of the readers was telling me, and believe me, I get a lot of messages. One of the readers was telling me that you shouldn't fall asleep with the channel on. Like, let me put it this way. I watched the stock markets for 3 years, and if I fell asleep, that channel stayed on. And I felt like that your mind is a really powerful tool, right? So even when you're sleeping, when you're hearing things, your brain is still absorbing it, even though you're sleeping. So after 3 years of watching it, I knew what stocks I was going to buy. So I bought it was like 4 or 5 internet stocks, but the one to really keep in mind, okay, so it was like Apple, it was Amazon, it was like Google or AOL, I forget. But there were 3 main ones, and then I had 2 others I just can't remember because it was 1990 something, but Amazon, I've always watched Amazon because when I bought it, it was 1,000 shares for $100 each. And the Motley Crue guys were saying in the future it's going to be worth 2,400. Now, if my first husband, you know, wouldn't have harped on me about it, I would have held on to him, but he drove me so crazy. Why he got paid so much money to work at the power company to pick up the company phone and call me 5 times a day. I couldn't fathom that. He would call me like that many times to ask me what the stock market's doing, and it freaking drove me crazy. So it was either, well, I didn't really think about killing him then, but he frustrated me really, really bad. So it was either I put up with having him call me all the time, or I sell him. So I sold him, but now they're worth 2,400. So my point is, I was doing that with the tarot readings, and I would leave it to where it would just play the next tarot reader, her whatever she was saying, but I'd fall asleep on it. And then one of the tarot readers was like, "Oh, whoever's doing that, you don't really want to do that because like evil spirits can come into you." And at first, for like a moment, I was scared. Then I was like, "That's not possible because God's already protecting me." But I really wanted to absorb all the information that I could. And shoot, something happened on this phone. What is that? Anyways, yeah, so I get a lot of messages through the tarot readers, and it keeps me connected with what's going on, but I have to discern like what message is actually for me. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people are out there during that time having their TV on or whatever, having this YouTube channel just keep continually having all the next readers in queue come on during your sleep time. But yeah, that was mentioned, and then I was doing it. And then right before I went out, like today's the 6th now, so it was probably like on the 4th, the tarot reader says someone needs gas, and so yeah, I know I had less than a quarter of a tank, so I was able to put $40 in it. But I don't know where you all are, but California's like $5.50, $5.60, $5.70, all the way up to $6 a gallon now. And so I put $40 in, and it's good that I have a small car because it gave me over half a tank. But when I first moved here, my niece gave me that car. It cost $32 to fill it up. So now it's already $40. Is not all the way full. There's still a third of the tank left. But I think the more of it where the halfway mark is, that's the real full part. Everything up beyond that to full is not really that full. If I'm even saying that right. But anyways, I just want to tell someone out there, whoever needs to hear this, that hold on to hope. Believe that you can do and have what you want in your life. Take your mind and say, "Mind, I'm going to restructure you." And you write down all the good things you want your mind to do on a daily basis and carry that list around until it mentally becomes stamped in your brain. And then you'll begin to change your life, because your mind is a powerful tool. You can look in the future and say, I could never be healed. I'm always going to be this way. It's something that I have to live with. Or you can say, doggone it, I'm not going to listen to those doctors. I know me better than anybody knows me. And I know when I can get in my stubborn ways that I can do the impossible, right? And I'm not talking about somebody who has heart conditions like me, right? Saying, oh, well, I'm just going to stop taking my medicine. No. I'm talking about whatever situation you're thinking about. Please don't just take your medicine away. Consult your doctor, and if you find something natural, you can say, hey, I'm going to incorporate dandelions into my diet. And you should Google what good dandelions do. I don't know if it has anything to do with heart conditions, but it's got some good stuff in it. Anyways, whatever your situation is, mine is with diabetes medicine. I'm only taking it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that's not by doctor's orders. That's by me ordering the doctor. And that's because I've been eating grapefruit like every day or every other day for probably for about 6 months now. And my diabetes numbers came down. So this next blood work that I do, if it's still down, I'm saying I'm getting off the diabetes, and you can check me out in another 3 months. But I'm just going to stick to eating the grapefruit, because why take the pill if you can do it naturally? And I instruct the doctor. So, and I'll tell you why I instruct the doctors. How did I figure out that doctors didn't really? They're all textbook people, and they follow what the pharmaceutical companies say. And I told the story today. And, we're all adults, right? So I was talking to these two people, and I said, look, I realized that the doctors, like, who are they really, right? Who are they? I said, my doctor in Hawaii. I said, I'm 56 years old and I'm still having my menstrual. I'm telling these people, I was like, it's a lady doctor, right? They're saying, yeah. And I said, she asked me, am I sure, is it coming out from there? And I was like, oh my God, you're asking me that? Like, I've only had it for like 40 years. Of course I know where it's coming from. Why would you ask me that? So then it made me think, what? Like, the doctor asked me that because it's probably unheard of, for women to have that for that many years. And, that's actually part of my youthfulness, is because if some ladies are stopping their period in their 40s, right, in their early 40s, and I'm still having it, if I'm having it till 56, what do those ladies look that stopped their period when they were 40 and now 56 with me, right? What do they look like, And I'm not going to put it on science, but I will say this. God told me when I left my second husband that he's going to renew me and give me back all the years that I lost. So I was with him for 18 years. Now I'm going to be 62 and everybody thinks I'm 40 something. So when I was getting ready to divorce him, my hair, Asian women, their hair grows, some of them, not all of them. Okay, so the hair is black. Then when they get a little bit older, it becomes brown or dark brown. And then when they're getting older, like whatever, like late 40s, whatever, around there, then your hair might start turning. Well, it wasn't late 40s for me, I'm just saying. Okay, so my hair was turning like a reddish, because then it was gonna turn like, sometimes it turns like a goldish silver and then white. I don't really know, but you guys get that. But anyways, that's the color of my hair. My hair was growing in like red, and I had it. I think I was in my 50s before I started dyeing my hair. I think I was like 56 when I first dyed my hair. But now my roots grow in, and it's dark. Because God blessed me. Because I answered the call. Because I sat up in my bed and said, God, I'm ready to take the leap of faith. So God made it so that nobody could help me, because I had to reach up to Him, or stay in total living hell, right? It's a choice we all have to make, and I'm so blessed and so thankful that I made that call. And so if I can do it, you can do it too. And if I can improve my life, you can too. And if I could appreciate a little dandelion or a little daisy or a little bird chirping on a wire, not tripping, chirping, you could too. It's all in your mind. Do you want to be someone who appreciates everything in their life, or do you want to be someone with a chip on your shoulder? Do you want to always run around with, poor me, poor me, poor me, help me, help me, help me. My mind never said poor me. My mind said help me, but God wouldn't let anybody help me. So a lot of people, are probably wondering today, like, why didn't I just help her? I should have helped her. You didn't help me because you weren't supposed to help me. You thought about helping me, but you didn't help me. And you probably feel guilty about not helping me, right? But it wasn't meant for you to help me. I was meant to go through everything that I went through to get me to who I am here today, right? To realize that my mind is a powerful tool to make me realize that I am a child of God, and I should be proud of it. And to also realize that happiness is my job for me. It's not for someone else to make me happy. What else is there? And that God gives me all the tools within to heal myself. Like I said, eventually I'm going to get off that diabetes medicine. My doctor seems to think that, her statement was, like every medicine that she gave me, which was 2, my blood pressure and my diabetes, she's like, oh, you have to take it forever. Well, I'm already proving her wrong about the diabetes medicine. And I hope that rings true, that I can get off that medicine. Because that medicine isn't really that good for you. It's like it's like a blood thinner. So, if someone bumps me, if I take that medicine too many years, if someone bumps me, I'll get a big mark. It'll take forever to heal. And to me, if it's a blood thinner, they say, right? But it also thins your skin, because that's what happens is your skin becomes very thin. And so if you bump it, then you get these big marks on it, and it's hard to heal. And I don't want it. So Like I said, I quit smoking about say like 2 years ago, and then I started at Christmas time. So um, so I have to quit again, and it's only because you know, I really wanted to reach out to my daughter, and you know, I was afraid, and it was perfect timing when I did, and she's like, Mom, I think we needed that time apart. And so I was like, well, yeah, you know, I didn't tell her yet. I mean, like, she knows that I'm doing this spirituality work and all that, and she sees me, you know. She, she said, yeah, Mom. She's like, I check every now and again under a fake account to see if you're alive on Facebook. I said, yeah, I know. I said, I left it open for that reason. And she's like, huh? I said, I left my Facebook public so you could see me whenever you wanted. You could, whatever, you know, like I wasn't posting things to get her attention. I post what I post, but I told her, I said, I left it open for you to see me whenever you wanted. I said, I didn't want you to be without me and not ever, you know, we're not talking, right? I didn't want you to just not be able to see me, you know. If I would have made my page private, then she wouldn't have been able to see me. So, you know, I do that for my twin flame, you know. What he's doing is whatever he's doing. If he shows up, he shows up. If not, God's going to find me someone else, you know, and it's all divine timing anyway. So, you know, I'm not really worried about it. I do watch the tarot just to keep up on, you know, the communication, you know. Sometimes I'll ask God, you know, it's like, God, I really don't know if I'm doing a good job on here. And then, you know, I'll hear a reading and they'll say, you know, someone's ancestor wants to tell you that they're really proud of you, that you're doing an excellent job. And not every tarot reader says that every day. So I know that I've already seen all the signs. You can't convince me otherwise. You know, I can't unsee what I've already seen. So the tarot readers told me about my second husband, about how he was abused, and when I told him about it, he looked down, and you know, he kind of copped to it, you know. So that's why some people don't want the collective or other people to know about tarot, because the truth comes out, the truth of things happening. It actually comes out, and I've seen it for myself. If I ever write my life story, this, you know, this time period's going to be the most auspicious time period that I could record, because I'd have to go back on all the readings and all the people I watched and say, yeah, that happened, you know, that happened to me, and whatever, blah, 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 blah. Lots of synchronicities, they're real, you know. You just have to discern if it's actually for you or not. But if something has happened to you, and then you watch a reader, and then you're like, oh my gosh, she's saying exactly whatever, almost exactly what happened to me, you know. You know, that's a sign that you cannot unsee. You might be able to throw it off as a coincidence, but there are no coincidences in life. Okay, so that word has to really be thrown out of your whole vocabulary, because everything's a synchronicity. Anyways, people, I hope you enjoyed this blackout little chit chat that you guys are like my the people I talk to, right? I don't get very many answers back, but anyways, I hope I said some really cool things for you, and I hope your heart is feeling a little bit better, knowing that you're not the only one going through a bad situation if that's what you're experiencing right now. And if you have bad experiences from the past that you haven't healed from, know that anything is possible through the power of love, the power of God. God is love, and love is God, right? There's only one. So begin living your divinity today, okay? God bless you all. Sending you love. Lots of love. You guys are my company. I'm waiting till we can talk back. I know that I'm supposed to be going live soon. I think I have the capabilities, but it's gonna take me a while to get over the fright part of going live for the first time. So I'll be checking it out soon. God bless you all. Sending you love, light, peace, health, wealth, happiness, and healing. Okay? Aloha. Bye-bye.